Dodgers fans, did you see what just happened? The front office quietly made a move that could be a total game changer for our season, and it happened exactly when we needed it the most. But hold on, this isn't just another last-minute bullpen patch. This could be the spark that turns things around for us in the middle of a brutal injury storm. And that's not all. Clayton Kershaw is coming back real soon, and yeah, there's a big question still floating around. Could Sho Otani actually pitch for us this season? There's a lot to break down today, and I promise you, this isn't one of those boring news recaps. This is real talk from fan to fan, packed with analysis, stats, and emotion. So do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the latest Los Angeles Dodgers news channel, and drop a comment. Did the Dodgers make the right call by making these roster moves right now? Let's jump in. The under-the-radar trade that might change everything. While a lot of fans were focused on the lineup and who's hot or cold at the plate, the Dodgers front office made a very smart, very quiet move that could end up being crucial. LA just acquired right-handers Ryan Ludos and JP France. Ludos came from the Cardinals for cash considerations, and France was claimed off waivers from the Diamondbacks. That's right, no blockbuster here, but two arms with solid potential at a time when the Dodgers desperately need healthy innings. To make room on the 40-man roster, the Dodgers transferred Michael Kopech and Blake Trinan to the 60-day injured list. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially if you were still holding out hope that Kopech or Trinan would bounce back this year. But with over a dozen pitchers on the IL already, the team had to act. JP France, 28, hasn't quite found his rhythm in the majors, but he's got a solid fastball and decent command. Ryan Ludos, on the other hand, has been tearing it up in AAA with a strong sinker-slider combo. Scouts say he's shown great control, and his ground ball rate is exactly what the Dodgers love in high-leverage situations. And with the way our bullpen has been tested lately, these two arms could come in clutch when we least expect it. Why the timing matters more than the name. Look, I know these aren't headline-grabbing moves. But this wasn't about hype. This was about timing. The Dodgers saw the cracks forming in the rotation, and they made moves before it was too late. With Tyler Glasnow and Bobby Miller still on the mend, and guys like Gonsolin out for the season, it would have been a mistake to just wait and hope someone gets healthy. That's what separates a championship team from the rest. They don't wait until they're desperate. They act with purpose. And let's be real, this team isn't just trying to make the playoffs, we're trying to win the whole thing. The return of our legend, Clayton Kershaw. Alright, now we need to talk about Clayton Kershaw. Some folks out there are still doubting him. They think he's too old, too injury-prone, too far removed from his prime. But let me remind you of who we're talking about. Three-time Cy Young winner. 2014 MVP. Career ERA under 2.50. Over 2,800 strikeouts. And above all, the heart and soul of this team. Sure, he's not throwing 97 anymore. Sure, his shoulder and back have taken a beating over the years. But the leadership he brings to that clubhouse? You can't replace that with analytics or trade pieces. He's made a few rehab starts in AAA, and all signs point to him making his return sometime in the coming weeks. And I don't care what month it is, when Kershaw is on that mound, wearing Dodger blue, this team plays with a different kind of fire. He might not dominate like he used to, but if he gives us 5 to 6 solid innings down the stretch and adds stability to the rotation, that alone makes him one of the most valuable assets we have. The Sho Otani pitching question, not so fast. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Is Sho Otani actually going to pitch this year? The short answer, not yet, and honestly, that's probably for the best. Otani is coming off his second Tommy John surgery, and the Dodgers knew from day one that 2024 was going to be a DH-only season. And let's be real, he's already giving us insane value as a hitter. In 2023 alone, the guy had 54 home runs and 59 stolen bases. That's MVP stuff right there. Could he throw a bullpen session or two later this summer? Maybe. But putting him on the mound in live games this season? That's a risk this front office doesn't need to take, not when we've already lost arms like Glasnow, Kopech, and Miller to injury. The Dodgers are in this for the long haul with Otani. When he returns to the mound, it's gotta be 100% on his terms, physically and mentally. No shortcuts. A big test ahead, the Braves series. Next up on the schedule, a 3-game road series versus the Atlanta Braves. And let me tell you, this is no walk in the park. But it's also a chance to make a statement. Game 1, we've got Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the bump. Game 2, we're likely seeing Roki Sasaki, who's turning heads with his command and velocity. Game 3, potentially the return of Dustin May, and that could be a big X factor if he's healthy. Oh, and how could we forget? Freddie Freeman is going back to Atlanta. You know the vibes are gonna be intense. Every time he returns to Truist Park, he plays with extra fire. That kind of energy lifts the whole team. If we can take 2 out of 3 in this series, that's a huge momentum swing heading into May. And don't be shocked if we sweep. Atlanta's good, no doubt, but they're beatable, especially if our pitching holds up. So here's where we stand. The Dodgers added bullpen arms at just the right time. Kershaw is getting close to returning. Otani is being protected for the long run. We've got a statement series on deck in Atlanta. Now it's your turn. Which move are you most excited about? JP France, Ryan Ludos, the return of Kershaw, or the way we're handling Otani? Would you risk putting Shohei on the mound this year, or play it safe for 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with your fellow Dodger fans, and don't forget to subscribe to the latest Los Angeles Dodgers news channel, your home for passionate, informed, and loyal Dodgers coverage all season long. Thanks for riding with us, and remember, through the good, the bad, and everything in between, we bleed Dodger blue. Let's go, Dodgers!